Right now, you're listening to Right Now with Rhenotha, and this is a Right Now Diary. There are moments in life where you realize you don't have as much control as you thought you did. And this was one of those moments. The facility I was in made it clear it was time for me to go. I was being discharged, but going home, that wasn't an option. Not in the condition I'm in right now. I can't safely walk. I can't fully take care of myself. And the reality of being alone in my house, trying to figure it out, risking a fall, risking hitting my head, that wasn't a risk I wanted to take. So the next option on the table was subacute rehab. And let's just call it what it is. It's a nursing home. Now listen, I'm not above anything that I need in order to heal. Let me say that first. Healing is the priority. Safety is the priority. But at the same time, environment matters. Where you heal matters. What you wake up to every day matters. And finding a place that felt safe, clean, and dignified, well, that felt like searching for a needle in a haystack. I was given a few suggestions. I didn't want to just go anywhere. I needed to feel confident in where I was going. So I started doing my own research. I'm looking at reviews, I'm looking at pictures, I'm comparing ratings, I'm asking questions, and I found one, a beautiful facility in a small town, about 15 minutes from my house. When I say beautiful, I mean beautiful. The kind of place where you can actually see yourself healing. Bright rooms, clean spaces. It looked peaceful. It looked like a place where I could breathe. And for a moment, I felt hope. But then the call came back. They didn't take my insurance and they didn't have any beds. So just like that, my top choice was gone. I was back to the drawing board. Now, at this point, I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. I'm anxious, but I still have to make a decision. So I found a few more options. I even asked ChatGPT to help me rate them, just trying to make the most informed choice I could with the information I had. Finally, I landed on one. 4 out of 5 stars. The pictures looked decent enough, not luxury, but clean, manageable, somewhere I could make work. So I gave my selection to the case manager at the facility, and eventually I was approved. And I cannot lie, I felt relief. Not excitement in the traditional sense, but relief. Relief that I wouldn't be alone. Relief that I wouldn't have to worry about falling in my own house. Relief that I would be somewhere where, at the very least, there would be people around if I needed help. I told myself, this is temporary. This is part of the process. This is what healing looks like right now. So I leaned into it. Transfer day came. I got dressed, took my time, mentally preparing myself for this next step. Transportation arrived, and we made our way to the new facility. We pulled up around 5:30 in the evening. They wheeled me into the lobby. And baby, the lobby was beautiful. Clean floors, nice lighting, a calm, welcoming energy. I remember thinking to myself, okay, okay, God, I see what you're doing. This is going to be all right. I felt a sense of peace in that moment. The receptionist greeted us and directed the transport team to take me to the nurse's station. And the moment I left that lobby, everything changed. And I mean everything. The smell hit me first. Strong, heavy, unmistakable. You know what it was. Soiled diapers. And it wasn't faint. It didn't pass, it lingered. It sat in the air like it belonged there. Then my eyes started adjusting to what I was actually walking into. The hallways were narrow, the walls were scratched up, not little marks either. I'm talking about visible damage, wear and tear that hadn't been addressed. I saw holes in the wall, dirty baseboards that looked like they hadn't been cleaned in a long time. And then I started noticing the people, patients sitting, some slouched over, some looking completely out of it, some unkempt in ways that made my heart heavy. And I just remember thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't match what I saw online. This doesn't match the pictures. This doesn't match the reviews. And with every roll down the hallway, the reality started settling in deeper and deeper. By the time we reached my room, I already knew, but I still held on to a small piece of hope. Maybe my room will be better. Maybe this part would feel different. They opened the door, and that hope disappeared. The room was small, not cozy small, height small. My bed was placed right next to my roommate's bed with nothing but a thin curtain separating us. No real space, no privacy, no sense of comfort. And I just sat there, taking it all in: the smell, the space, the reality. And in that moment, one thought rang loud and clear in my mind. I had been completely hoodwinked. What I thought I was walking into was not what I walked into. What looked one way online felt completely different in real life. And it made me realize something deeper. You can do your research, you can do the reviews, you can look at the pictures, you can ask the questions and still not have the full picture. And in moments like this, you're forced to adjust in real time, to process in real time, to find your footing in real time. Because right now, this is where I am. And I had to make a choice. I cannot let this environment break my spirit, or I could remind myself why I'm here in the first place. I'm here to heal. I'm here to get stronger. I'm here so I can walk again confidently. I'm here so I can get back to my life whole. There is someone in my life who let the Lord use him. And he had been saying to me over and over again, why don't you sit down? Why don't you be still? And I heard him, but I didn't fully receive it because in my mind, I still had things to do. I still had places to go. I still had control. But now I'm sitting down. Now I'm being still, not because I chose it, but because I was placed here. And it made me realize sometimes God will send people to warn you gently before life forces you to listen. And even in all this, I can see it. I can see the alignment. I can see the covering. I can see that even though I didn't fully heed the message was still there. So even in a place that didn't meet my expectations, I had to meet myself with strength, with grace, with resilience, because sometimes healing doesn't happen in perfect places. Sometimes healing happens in uncomfortable places, unexpected places, even disappointing places. But it still happens.